Hi PPM families, I want to welcome you to our upcoming school year. For those of you who have never seen me and are new to PPM, my name is Mrs. Becky Dial and the children call me Miss Becky. So I will be working with your children each week. And I am so excited. For those of you who know me and are coming back to PPM, I cannot wait to see your children. And for those new families, welcome. And I'm so excited to get to meet your little ones. For those of you who do not know me, I have been a part of PPM for approximately, I believe I'm going on 13 years at PPM. And I have had many different roles at PPM. I'm pretty experienced. I have taught pre-K, I have taught a pre-4 class, I have taught the Spanish program from the get-go, which is one of the things that we'll talk about. I have floated and kind of helped with the teachers and done some aid positions. I've also work in the kitchen some and mainly helped Mr. Michael. And so your children will see me at lunchtime too, probably. So I kind of have had many different roles, and I greet in the morning, so I see a lot of your faces and your children, which I love because I get to see everybody. But for those of you who do not know me, I teach the specials at PPM, and I teach your children Spanish and music. We normally alternate is how I run it, even though I do integrate the Spanish within our music classes too. Everything kind of flows together. Normally a designated theme will happen for Spanish the first and the third of the month, and then the second and the last of the month is usually our musical concepts. That's just my puppy walking in. We won't mind her. She's probably trying to figure out where I'm at. As far as the Spanish language is how I run my classroom and how it's incorporated, I usually integrate and try to incorporate Spanish in many different ways. The more they hear it, the more they're going to grasp the concept and the vocabulary. So I try to speak it in conversation as much as I can when I see them. Basic simple phrases is a great way to do that. And we also sing a lot. So I have a lot of short Spanish songs that we can that we can learn and to help them grasp the concept. We play lots of games. We play matching games and bingo to help them get the concepts down. There's some bilingual books that we will read as well, which is just another way to experience and listen to the language. We do some large motor activities. We'll get the parachute out. The ribbon wands. I have a special large motor marching song that we do in Spanish that we try to do repetitively when I have them for the Spanish time. But hopefully, with all of those different activities occurring, you will get to hear some new vocabulary for the year, and each week maybe you'll hear something different. In my newsletter that I do send out, you might want to take a look at it because it will kind of give you an information about what the vocabulary thing was for the month, and you might be able to ask your child some questions about that, okay? Now, it is the introduction to the basic language, so, they might not be coming home speaking fluent Spanish, but it's just a great way to introduce your child to a language, and giving them that extra added insight to know that there are many different languages out there. We do even talk about Mexico. I do incorporate the country of Mexico. We talk about the location and we read about it. We do some fun things with Cinco de Mayo as well. So that's for the Spanish. And as far as the music goes, I love music. I have always loved music. I have sang at church and I have been involved in some musical groups in the past. So singing is probably my passion. And since we all enjoy music in many different ways, that's kind of how I incorporate music into my classroom. Your child will get to have the opportunity to sing. Your child will get to have the opportunity to move to music in many different ways. Your child will get to play musical instruments. We have a percussion instrument that I try to get out each week when we have our music times, and we get to experience it and play it in different ways. Now with COVID, we are definitely making sure to take those extra precautions and sanitizing measures to keep everything safe. So when we do play instruments, we will make sure that your child has his or her own instrument that can be sanitized after the fact. But we definitely will be making sure we're safe. And we do a lot of listening to it as well. We move in many different ways in my class. If you walk by my class, you will not very rarely see me sitting, because that's just how children learn the best, moving. So we're getting out ribbon wands. We are using scarves. We have the parachute out a lot. We have paper plates to practice with rhythm activities. A new thing that we started several years ago was drumming with big stability workout balls. And yes, they are all in my classroom. And we are not only practicing rhythm with the rhythm sticks while we drum, we're practicing large motor and physical fitness and health that way, and keeping ourselves active. So that's a plus. This year I have some new things in the cards that we might be doing for large motor too, so stay tuned. But we're just having a lot of fun. And I think that the children enjoy coming to see me because they know that there's always something fun that I have prepared for them. We are practicing our singing voices as best as preschoolers can practice. And then I talked to you about the percussion instrument. And then the older kids, mainly the pre-K age, will be introduced to a musical composer each month. And we just simply play a different musical piece. And we talk about it, we move to it, and it's just a way of experiencing and knowing and learning that there are different types of music out there. And not all music has singing to it. So it can be instrumental as well. The first one that we're going to talk about is Bach, so stay tuned for that. But we just have a blast. So hopefully your children will get to come home and share with you what we've been doing for the weeks. Do want to mention, we have in the past done several performances with Miss Becky for our year. We always have done a Christmas program for all of our kiddos at PPM and for all of our families, and I have loved doing this. However, with COVID and with a concern there, we're taking extra measures to keep our families and our children safe. So we have decided to just do a pre-K Christmas program this year. As of now, we're going to stick to that. We'll just stay tuned, be listening. Miss Lisa will be sending out information about that as well. Right now, our pre-K program dates are, we're going to do a Friday one, December 4th, and we'll do a Sunday one, December 6th. So that might be something to put on your calendar right now. So stay tuned for the times and more information about that. Like I said, normally we've done everybody, but we're just trying to keep the safest way we can. With that being said, our hope is that we can include and incorporate a spring program for the rest of our kiddos. And that is the hope that we're going to get to do for the end of April. We're just going to stay tuned and see how things go, and we will keep you posted. We normally have done a PPM Sunday where we invite our families to attend a church service, and your children can perform a few songs up front for you, and we'll stay tuned about that as well. And then we always have an end of the year picnic where we celebrate, we graduate. Each child's teacher will do something special, and they get to sing and perform with me as well. So that's kind of all up in the air, as you all know, and we're just gonna just see how the year goes. But with that being said, if there is any concerns, any questions, please feel free to get a hold of me, leave me a note, or have Miss Lisa leave a note in my box, or you can address it with Miss Lisa Irwin as well. I'm planning to be there 2 full days this year. So that if you need any information about anything, I should be there on Mondays and Fridays. I wish all of you a very great start to the year. I am so excited to see all of our friends and the smiles and the laughs, and just know that the PPM staff, we are here to make your child have the greatest time ever. We're here to love on them, and just know that they're going to be in very, very good hands. So again, welcome, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all. Take care.